everybody on the internet. Ayame is back again with another video with my co-director, my amazing co-director.
Hey everybody, it's me, Val, and welcome to our newest video. Today we are doing another song ranking, but today we're going to talk about Cosmic Productions.
Song ranking? Vocal ranking.
Alright, today we're going to do another vocal ranking. Today we're talking about Cosmic Productions, which is going to be a very hard one for the both of us because they have so many good singers, but we'll get through it. Don't you guys worry.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know how this works, just go back and watch part 1, which is where we rank all the Star Maker idols. But without further ado, let's just jump into it. But before we start, I do want to point out that for me personally, no matter who ranks lowest for me in Cosmic Productions, just know their vocals are ranked 80 out of 100 for me at the very least, because I personally don't think anyone in Cospro is a bad singer. I honestly would say that they have the most goated vocal cast. So whoever we rank bottom for me or my co-director, please know that we love their voice. It's just that in Cospro we love other voices more than theirs. Whoever we rank lowest. So yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Alright, so our 12th place, or at least my 12th place, is Nagisa. First of all, I want to point out, I don't think he has a bad voice. I find his voice very profound, very captivating. It draws you in if you listen on it on your own. But I sadly enough had to put it on 12th place because in comparison to the other units, I find his voice a bit bland. But his voice is really good regardless. But I just cannot find any voice in Cosmic Production that isn't good, so... I'm sorry, Nagisa, you gotta go on 12th place. Who do you have, co-director?
Yeah, for me it's the same. I also have Nagisa in my 12th place, and the reasoning is covered by my co-director already. It's because unfortunately as you guys know from the previous vocal ranking video, I love distinctive voices, and unfortunately Nagisa's is the least distinctive in Cosmic Productions to me. So unfortunately he ranks 12 for me as well, but we both love his voice. We both give his voice at least an 80 out of 100. So please know that we love his voice, guys. It's just that just so happens we prefer the other voices in Cosmpro over his. So moving up to 11th placer.
Here on 11th placer, I personally have Nikki. Nikki does have a very playful voice. I like his voice, kinda. But I sadly enough have to put him on 11th place rather than higher, is because I just don't like the... How do I say it? The more childlike tone in his voice. It's more playful, and even though there's nothing wrong with that, I put Natsuno reasonably high in our previous ranking, I personally don't think it fits like Crazy Bee a lot in a lot of their songs, sadly enough, and it's just not my thing. Even though I love his singing voice, I do love it, I sadly enough had to put him on 11th place. It was a hard decision because for me, him and Renee both have equally as good voices. I had to put Nikki a bit higher because he has a more childish, playful singing voice, and yeah, I'm not that much for it.
For me, I actually have Renee from Crazy Bee, and the reason why I put Renee in 11th place instead of higher is because, unfortunately for me, I don't like how rough he sounds and how rebellious he sounds. I know that is how Crazy Bee should sound because that is the Crazy Bee, typical sound that they produce. It's just that for me, Renee portrays the Crazy Bee vibe in a way that is not in my preference. I prefer the playful side of Crazy Bee rather than the rough and tumble side. So that's why Renee ranks 11th for me. His voice, I would say I like his voice better than Nagisa's, is because again it's more distinctive than his. So that's why Renee ranks higher. It's just that because of how rough his voice sounds, I am not a big fan of it, sadly enough. But it's still a very good voice. Definitely.
Yeah. those are the reasons as well why I personally put him on 10th place. That and because his voice sounds a bit too aggressive for me. It's really, really, really like loud and noticeable, which causes him to cast his group members a bit too much aside for my taste. Though I have to admit, his singing voice is very good and it gives a punch. It's really good at hitting you right when he really wants to. Like, there are moments where his singing voice gets really, really good, which is also why I put him a bit higher than Nikki. But I just find it a bit too aggressive for my taste. A bit too, like my co-director just mentioned, a bit too rough. But regardless, it's a really good singing voice. And you, co-director?
For my 10th placer, I actually have Hiyori Tomoe. Now, the reason why I put Hiyori in 10th place is because, unfortunately, his voice, although it is very pretty, unfortunately, I don't think it's as versatile as the people who I rank above him. So, his voice is distinct, but at the same time, it's very niche in the places where it can be. Just like Tori from Star Maker. And I would say my reasoning for Hiyori's is the same as Tori's, where yes, it does work and it can work in certain situations, especially in the group he's from, because he portrays the Fine sound very well. He portrays the Eden sound very well, but unfortunately, if he is out of that zone, his voice can get a bit too standoutish, which can kind of set him apart from the people he's singing with. Which it's a good thing, but at the same time, sometimes he stands out too much. That's why I put Hiyori in 10th place.
My 9th place, I have Shuitsuki. I have to admit, I like his voice in the sense that it's so recognizable. It's a very powerful, it's a very delicate, unique voice that blends amazingly with Mika. Like, put them together with Mika, and you have like a really good voice combination because they're so different from one another. But then again, this Cosmic production has so many good singers, so many that I just couldn't put him higher than some of the others. But regardless, I love his singing voice. It's fantastic. I have no complaints about it.
9th placer for me is Nikki. And the reason why I would say I rank him a tiny bit higher than my character is because I do like his playfulness. And I do love his voice in one particular song, which is Honeycomb Summer. I love his voice in that song. That song is one of my favorites from Crazy B, and it is so nice to hear his voice in that song. So that's why I would say that thanks to that song and thanks to the fact that I do enjoy his playful tone a lot, he does rank higher than Renee for me. But just like my co-director said, Cospro has so many good and versatile singers. So it's very hard to rank these very unique voices with the voices that can actually work in a lot more scenarios, which is what we're gonna be based off from. Because this ranking is based off not only our own personal preferences and opinions, but also we are ranking their voices based on singing voice only. We're not considering talking, we're not considering their personalities. So that's why it's very hard to rank them if their voices are too unique and not versatile enough.
Alright, so for my 8th place I have Kohaku here. I have to say Kohaku really makes Crazy B in my opinion. He balances Crazy B out really well because he has such a soft and gentle voice. And Crazy B really needs that to balance their music, and I have to bravo Kohaku for that. Even in oh my god, Double Face, even in Double Face, he was really good at balancing Madara's voice out, and that's why I really like it. Even though I'm not that much for the soft voices, hence why I put him a bit lower than others, I do have to appreciate what he really does for the units that he's in, what he adds onto it. He has such a really good and soft voice that I couldn't put him any lower, but yet I couldn't put him any higher because I had some other voices that I liked a bit more.
My 8th placer is Shu. Now the reason why Shu ranks 8th place for me is because he has an amazing voice, literally like everyone else on this list, right? But at the same time, he embodies the Valkyrie sound really, really well. It's just that the reason why he ranks on the lower side of the list is because, unfortunately for me, Shu only stands out when he's in Valkyrie, in my opinion. Unfortunately, in like shuffle units and things like that, or any special units that he's from, even in the past units that he was from, like past Valkyrie or whatever, I would say that unfortunately he doesn't really stand out in my opinion, because Mika's voice, you will see where I rank Mika later, but Mika's voice is way too versatile and way too, I would say, perfect. So when you compare it to Shu, unfortunately, it's a bit underwhelming. So there's no fault on Shu's part for this. His voice actor did an amazing job voicing him and singing for him, but unfortunately, because his group member is just so talented, that in terms of singing, that Shu unfortunately has to rank a bit lower. But he still definitely has a very amazing voice.
For our next two spots, we actually had them ranked the same, and that's Yuta and Hinata Yaon. We put them on 7th and 6th place, so I think it would be best for us to make this one big section, because I don't think we actually really separate them. We think they're equally as good, honestly. They're equally as good. They have very similar singing voice. They're both very lively. They're both very tender. They truly make two wink to wink.
Yeah, and we also didn't want to separate them, is also because they are voiced by the same person. So we cannot really just separate them because of the tone their voice actor used or anything. So we decided to just rank them together. So honestly, for the twins, even though Yuta is 7th and Hinata is 6th in this particular list we made to organize our thoughts, they're really interchangeable with each other. It just really depends on what mood we're in.
So, good job, twins. You guys rock. You two make two wink. Without you two wink wouldn't exist.
Of course they do. But one thing I will admit is that the twins sound perfect together. And even if they're not in the same unit, they sound very distinct, which is why they are ranked relatively high, because it is very, I would say it's honestly difficult for them, because they come from a unit where, you know, their teammate is their little brother. So you want to sound distinct from your brother, right? So the fact that they can do that and also keep themselves distinct enough when they're not with their sibling in another unit, you know, the fact that they can do both, it's a really
impressive.
Yeah.
So, 5th place. For me, it's Himaru. I'm just going to keep it short and say he sounds sexy. He sounds sexy. He sounds mature. He has a sweet yet deep voice, and he has so many songs where he just sounds amazing. I love his vocal range as well, honestly. It's such a good, balanced voice, and I love it so much. I really do like his voice. It's amazing. His range is fantastic. So
my 5th placer is Ibarra. So there's a reason why Ibarra ranks top 5 for me, and also a reason why unfortunately I can't rank him any higher is because Ibarra, it just like my co-director said about Himaru, Ibarra's voice is chef's kiss, very, very sexy. I love Ibarra's voice so much. Every time he sings, I'm like, yes, this is the GOAT right here. This is the person that made Eden right here. This is the guy. But the thing is, the reason why Ibarra cannot rank higher is because his voice, again, is not as versatile as the four that are ranked above him. That's the only reason why Ibarra is not any higher than he is. So as much as I love his voice, I have to really consider versatility and my own preference, and the 4 that rank above him fit my preference more than he does. So that's literally the only thing that is keeping Ibarra from top 3, to be very honest. But yeah. Moving on to your 4th placer.
Place. I have Jun here, surprisingly enough. I really like Jun. It's such a calm voice that it's not too distinct, yet it is very soothing. It isn't too powerful, yet it is also powerful if he wants it to be. Like, how do I explain it? It's very balanced, smooth, calming voice, and just in general, it's pretty good. I, sadly enough, don't have much to say, except it's a really good voice, and I highly recommend listening to his solos to really hear his qualities coming out.
So my fourth placer is Himeru. Now, the reason why Himeru ranks higher than Ibara for me is because Himeru is actually the singer of my favorite solo from Ensemble Stars, which is the Hold Me Tight solo. I love his solo so much. It's my favorite, tied with Yuzuru's solo from our first part when we ranked Star Maker idols. And yeah, Himeru's voice for me, I love how calm he sounds, but at the same time, when he's in Crazy B, he sounds, well, crazy. So Himeru can change his tone really well to suit the tone of the song, which is why in like Crazy Roulette and Party B, he sounds like, he's having fun, he sounds like, like crazy. But in his 5-star song, the Ariandene song, I cannot pronounce it, he sounds a bit more mellow and a bit more calm. So that's why I would say Himeru's voice is more flexible than the people who rank below him, in my opinion. But at the same time, the people who rank above him fit my preference just a little bit more than his voice, which is why he's ranked 4th for me. But still, amazing voice nonetheless.
Yeah, now entering the top 3, I have Mika. I really, really love Mika's voice. It's so unique and it has such a good range. I love it so much. You can put him in whatever unit you want and he'll always sound amazing. He is so talented as voice actor, 10 out of 10. His voice is so gentle, so elegant. I just cannot say anything bad about it. It's just amazing. It really makes Valkyrie kind of like my co-director said. It's fantastic. I cannot say anything bad about Mika. Go listen to his solos. They slap.
So moving on to my 3rd placer, which is Jun. So Jun for me ranks higher than how my co-director ranked him is because of the fact that, to me, the fact that Jun is in Eden, it helps Eden balance out their sexiness, if that makes sense. Because the other 3 members have voices that are so sexy, which is perfect for Eden. But too much of that can also kind of lead you out of the zone. So Jun's voice actually helps to ring those 3 voices back in and balances them out with how peaceful and how calm he sounds. Which is why you should go listen to Jun's solos. They're absolutely goated. But for real, there's no doubt in my mind that Jun is probably the most talented in Eden in terms of his singing, only because of how good he sounds when in Eden and when he's not in Eden. Even in Eve, or like in any shuffle unit he's from, he still sounds amazing. So Jun has a very versatile voice. He has the most versatile voice in Eden. And that's why he ranks so high for me.
Now to second place. Yay! I have Hiyori here. I love Hiyori's voice. I love it so much. When you look at Hiyori, you can guess his voice. His voice personalizes him so well. His singing is so carefree, so gorgeous, so I love it so much. Mostly in Fantastic Days. Fantastic Days is his top song. Also, the Switch X Eden collab. He sounds amazing in that one as well. Majestic Magic. I really like his voice in that one as well. He sounds so dramatic in his singing voice. So elegant, so recognizable that I just cannot not love him. He's my rich voice and he's the best. He's awesome. Nobody can replace his voice actor ever. He's amazing. Sorry if I glazed him so much.
Okay. So, as you guys can actually see, I'm just going to point out before my second placer is mentioned, but my co-director ranked Hiyori much higher than me. it's because of her preference. Hiyori's voice fits her preference more than me, which is why he ranks so high for her. Just to point that out there in case, you know, you just stepped into the video or something. I don't know. It's just to literally re-emphasize this is like preference. We're not dishing out hate or anything. Because we don't hate any of them, let's be for real. So, my second placer is Mika! So, for Mika, he blends really well with Shu. Shu is the embodiment of the Valkyrie sound, but Mika is able to blend him out perfectly into like, I don't know, like you can, I don't know what it is, but Mika's voice with Shu is absolutely amazing. It blends so well together, and it keeps Shu's voice in like a zone, so you can feel the emotion coming from Shu through Mika's voice. So I would say Mika has a very versatile voice as well. He can be used in any circumstance. He can go high, he can go low, he can go excited and very cutesy, and he go really deep and really sexy. Like, look at Mika in the Easter Shuffle Unit song with Wataru, and listen to how he sounds there versus Graceful Punishment. You won't think it's the same person. Literally, he sounds completely different. But that's how amazing and talented he is, because of how versatile his voice is. But the person that ranks above him for me has the edge that is in my preference, and I'll explain later when I get to that person. But Mika's voice, 10 out of 10. Infinity out of 100. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I won't change it for anything. His voice is downright gorgeous. But moving on to my co-director's first placer.
My number one is Ibarra. I love Ibarra so much. Just listen to his solos. They slap. Salute Desire, 10 out of 10 song, honestly. Poison Strategy, 10 out of 10. He has such a smooth song. Such a... How do I explain it? It's so powerful. It kind of sounds like a soldier in a way. And it's such a good song. It fits him so well. It fits his personality. He is so much fun to listen to. I love him. He's amazing. I just cannot praise him enough. He truly carries Eden alongside Hiyori and Shunen. Actually, everyone carries Eden. Even though we don't put them that high as a unit in general, you have to admit their singing voices are amazing. They have amazing singing voices, all of them. Even as Nagisa is ranked really low, he still has a fantastic singing voice, and I cannot thank Eden enough for bringing such powerful voices to the game. They are amazing. Ibarra, you slap. Keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
And
one thing I will also point out for Eden, before I go on to my first placer, is the fact that in terms of other units, even including units we already ranked in Star Maker, there's always one person that seems to carry the unit for us in terms of their singing voice. But for Eden, you can literally imagine the 4 pillars just supporting the whole group as a whole. There's no one that ranks above the other. Even though we obviously have preferences, if we both cannot say who carries Eden in one way or another, they all carry their own fraction of the group. So yeah, I will just say that about Eden. They are very balanced as a group. They each carry a slice of the group with them in terms of like how talented they are in that particular aspect. Yeah, so there's not one voice that is like, you know, practicality wise better than the rest in our opinions. It's just the way we rank them is based on what we like to listen to. So moving on to my first placer, which I'm pretty sure you guys know already because process of elimination, but it is Kohaku. Yes. So there's a reason why Kohaku ranks above Mika for me, even though I just literally said Mika's voice is perfect, and Kohaku's voice is perfect in my opinion as well. But the reason why Kwaku ranks higher is because of the fact that I personally, I would say that Kwaku's voice is my favorite from the game in terms of his singing. And just from one song that helped boost it up so much, which is No Name Yet from Double Face. His voice in No Name Yet is one of the prettiest things I've ever heard. It's so beautiful and it's so calming, and the way he sounds with Madara is absolutely gorgeous. And I love the smoothness of his voice, but also the little bit of raspiness that he has, which is what I like in voices that makes him unique. So I love his voice for that. And like my co-director pointed out for him when she talked about him, is the fact that he's able to blend out Crazy B's crazy side a lot with his very calm and unique voice. And that's the reason why I love Kwaku as well, in terms of his singing. And I would say that even though his voice, I do admit, is not as versatile as Mika's because his voice cannot go as low as Mika's can, but in my own opinion, his voice is the prettiest and I absolutely love it. So that's why Kwaku ranks number 1 for me. It just strikes me differently than the other people in Cosmic Productions. And with that, that's our list, everybody. And our averages are on screen for you right now.
Yes. So yeah, that will wrap up our video. Co-director, will you do the outro-esque tradition?
So guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. We hope you both, we both hope you enjoyed it. And of course, leave your comments down below. Whose voice in Cosmic Productions is your favorite? And just like tradition, we will be doing Rhythm Link and New Dimension soon. But we'll be having different videos along the way leading to that point. So till then, leave your comments down below. We would love to read them. Won't we?
Yes. And we will see you guys next time. Farewell.
Bye bye.